Joe Jackson is looking for Jeremiah Payton to have a breakout year. I'm going to serve that up to you, as well as identifying what players on both sides of the ball you think that this is a crucial camp here in February and March for.
Oh, that's a good question. Do I have my roster open? I do. Good. Jeremiah Payton has all the talent in the world, so he could be a guy that steps up this year. That's for darn sure. I think outside, and I think that all the wide receivers have a chance just because, you're going to rotate through guys maybe a little bit more because you're playing at tempo, and whoever's eating is eating. You're going to just leave them out there and let them ball. So there's that. For the guys who it's like a crucial year for, there are a couple. I will say number one is Mark Pope, wide receiver number 6. He was a 5-star on Rivals. I thought he should have been a composite 5-star recruit, even though he's a composite 4-star coming out of high school. Mark Pope is just a guy that, he's in his 3rd year. He did not redshirt as a freshman or a sophomore. So he's not yet, he just needs to, it's time to see from him what we saw in high school and, on the 7-on-7 circuit and things like that throughout his high school time. Like, his nickname is Noodles, and there's that viral video that Bud Elliott shot of Ricky Williams. Shout out to The Rule of 99 on Twitter. At a 7-on-7 tournament, he said, "You want to win, put noodles in." And, South Florida Express did that, and, they won, and it was quite easy. But I need to see that guy who said, flip me and Wiggins in the state championship game on 4th in the ball game and run the same play, but with me over there, and I'm going to score a touchdown to win us a state championship, and did it. I need to see that guy in a Miami Hurricanes uniform. I need to see him get loose. I need to see him use his quickness, because he's only 5'11", 175, 180 pounds maybe, but he has the tools to be very good. It's time for him to step up. Is there anybody else on offense I want to say other than Mark Pope? No. And I'm going to leave all of the true freshmen out of here because they're new. So, they're just getting their sea legs. So, I don't really count this as a make or break for them. Moving forward, I will say pretty much just everybody on the offensive line. You just got to show and prove something. I don't necessarily think it's crucial for them, as in, show up or get off the boat. But I will say that guys like a Kylian Herbert, maybe Zach Dykstra, Zalante Hillary, you guys are 4th-year juniors at this point. Now is the time. If 2 of those guys are, Herbert was a 4-star. The other 2 were high 3 stars. You get Zach Dykstra from Iowa, away from Iowa and Iowa State and every other Big Ten school. You get Zalante Hillary out of Southwest or Southeast Georgia, same high school as DJ Dallas. You guys have been around. It's your 4th year on campus. You're juniors this year, redshirt juniors. You got to show and prove. So I'll say those guys along the offensive line. On defense, it's pretty much everybody at linebacker. Zach McLeod is a 5th-year senior, and he's been here, but he was, the background singer. He wasn't the star. He was Michelle. He wasn't even Kelly or Beyonce. You know what I mean? He was behind Pinckney and Quarterman. So, you got to step up. Sam Brooks got to step up. Avery Huff. I know he's a redshirt freshman, but it's not a make or break, but I want to see him do something. And then on defense, I think that Gilbert Frierson is a guy who, is stepping into that starting striker role after Romeo Finley manned it pretty pitch perfect for the last 2 years. So, without Finley there, and we saw, Frierson, he got turned around in coverage, in 2 key times. There was a pass against Florida, where that wasn't necessarily great. And there was another one later in the year where, and again, it could be miscommunication and things like that. But those miscommunications didn't happen when Romeo Finley was on the field. So there is no Romeo Finley safety net anymore. So Frierson, time to step up a little bit more.